How dare I refuse to talk with the burritos? Well, that food is just average for me. Jake, what photo shoots are you trying to do in the future? So interesting thing about that. So you guys know how I used to do photo shoots like all the time, right?
Yes. So
the guy that used to do photo shoots for me, he's kind of turned into a piece of shit. So let me tell this story. Okay. So
yes, please elaborate.
Yeah, so the guy that used to do like all my photos for me, he's friends with like a lot of my friends. Okay, a lot of my friends, right? And when I first met him, he had just broken up with his boyfriend. Okay, and his boyfriend is who brought him into the furry fandom, right? Very recently, I've actually met the boyfriend. Okay, and it follows the pattern about what we're about to see. Okay, so in the time period I've known him, which has been like maybe about 2 years-ish, he's gone in relationships with and burnt 6 people. Okay? In 2 years, he's burnt through 6 people. Okay? And the first like a year and a quarter, he didn't get into any relationships with. Well, maybe a relationship like with one or two people. So like within the last like 6 to 8 months, he has burnt through 4 people. Okay? 4 my friends. So I know the whole relationship stuff of that, right? And the way it goes is that he gets in a relationship with them. He agrees that to like follow their lifestyles and like tells them everything that they want to know. Okay, everything. He has the ability to like be able to figure out exactly what you want in a relationship, and then he says and he acts as if he'll provide that for you. Okay. So you get in a relationship with him, and then he will start basically occupying all your time and manipulating you to stop doing the things you like to do in life just to spend time with him. And he'll start basically controlling and trying to make you do the things that he doesn't like. He tries to make you to stop those things and just do the things that he likes. Okay? So this has happened with my old roommate. A person that doesn't like me, but I got to hear the story. Somebody who I'm actually very close friends with now. And the most recent one is that he came to my New Year's party, okay, saw a boy that he liked, helped break up a marriage that night because that boy was married for 4 years with another guy, helps break up that marriage that night, dates that boy for a couple of weeks. And then within those couple weeks, they had this discussion that they were going to have an open relationship because this other boy had been in relationships for like 4 years, and he wants to try being open and like, you know, getting free. Like when you've been in a relationship for 4 years, after you break out of it, you want to be free, right? So they had the discussion that they'd have an open relationship, stuff like that. Well, when the VF came around, and he wanted to try to expressing that open relationship and like interacting with other people in such an open relationship way, man, did the photographer really put the claws in and made him feel bad for doing it and like try to occupy all his time. It got so bad that when that photographer went off to do his like photo shoot of the entire con, that's when the boyfriend went off and actually had fun with some other people. The photographer then cuts his photo shoot off early to like bust in on it and cause a whole bunch of drama with it. Okay, and it's all because he has some really like bad internal insecurities. Like there's tons of bad internal insecurities that are going on with him that's causing this behavior, but he won't address it. He just blames the boys for other stuff. So like he's burnt through like 4 of these people. And by the way, they're not in a relationship together. The guy that he broke up a relationship with, like the guy that he broke up a marriage with, he is no longer in a relationship with because the guy was just like, no, you're way too controlling. And then he basically dumped him. He literally dumped the guy that he broke up a marriage with and said, well, I had fun for a few months, like a few weeks. Okay, whatever. So like me and Dashi really don't want to be around this kind of person because like he just causes damage wherever he goes, right? So like, and like the more damage he's causing, the more the rest of the furries are pulling away from him in the area. And by more furries pulling away from the area, the more he starts trying to people please around them to draw them back in, because that's basically what he is. He's an insecure people pleaser. But once he's pleased you, he'll then try to manipulate you to satisfy his needs, instead of just being open about what his needs are and having a person that would reflect those needs come to him. In his own words, he feels that he has to temporarily sacrifice himself in order to find somebody in the furry fandom. Otherwise, he wouldn't find somebody.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That actually kind of sounds like very similar to someone. It was like more of a friend. Anything that was kind of like that, very manipulative, never adding time to myself. They had feelings for me. I didn't really have feelings for them. But after I kind of realized how toxic and manipulative the relationship was and cut things off, they
your life got better, right?
What's up?
Your life got better, right?
Oh, I left them. Yeah, I dumped them.
So that's why I haven't really been to many photo shoots recently, because I've been kind of avoiding interacting with that person. Like, they know my position, and they're trying to people please me back into like working with them again, and like it makes me feel off-putting. And just to give you an idea of like how whatchamacallit, his internal actions versus his external expressions, he's like constantly like inviting me back, being like, hey, you want to do this photo shoot, like let's go and get dinner together, or like talk and right? But when we were at Vancouver, right, and he was around, he specifically took pictures of everybody else at the convention except for me, purposely. So I'm just like, okay, I see how your internal world stands versus your external expression. Now, I don't need you to take pictures of me for you to like me, so that I just know that him as a person, he always snaps pictures of people that he wants to be around. Yeah, Vastin's like, yo, Sam, Vastin was one of the ones that he burnt. By the way, chat, hi. Vastin is one of the ones that he burnt.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah, like everybody in this area is getting aware of him, basically. And like, it's sad, because real talk, if he literally just addressed his own internal insecurities and like dealt with them, he would stop actually causing all these problems for everybody else. But whenever one of these relationships burns, he distances himself from it mentally and says, okay, well, they have this problem, therefore that's why it didn't work. They had this problem, therefore that's why this relationship didn't work. He doesn't internally reflect it, he externally projects.
Yep, I can definitely see that.
Yeah. Well, what a fucking good question, though. You did not know it was gonna go that deep about the photo shoots, but yeah. Yo, well, come on in, Calfee.
Yeah, you know that person that I kind of cut things off with, they tried contacting me twice. They asked me to unblock them. I felt bad, unblocked them. Didn't talk to them for like months, even though they're unblocked. And they tried contacting me again, saying like we should start being friends again. I was like, no, we tried this. I'm done. I'm done. It's over. Still tried insisting we should try being friends again. It's like, no, that's it. I'm blocking you again. I'm done.
You want to know the most? This is some. Okay, guys, here's some truth. Okay, here is some truth. You should never ask somebody to be your friend. Okay, if you ever ask somebody to be your friend, you've actually made it harder for you to be their friend. Okay, because now they know you have the internal expectations or the internal want and will that you want them to be your friend. Therefore, it colors everything you do as not you being friendly, but you being manipulative to try to make them be your friend. That's why it's so hard when somebody tells you that they want to be your friend to actually be friends with them, because you feel manipulated by everything they do. You might not cognitively realize that, but that is the truth.